it says offline. Wait.
Why does it say offline? That's weird. I'm here though.
I know, we're both here.
Do you just want me to rejoin it?
Hold on. There it is. Okay, it looks like we are. You see it now?
No, but
Looks like we are live.
we are live.
It says live. Okay. All right. We are still trying to work this out, but welcome everyone to the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast. I am Mike Day and I am joined by Brandon Day. Let us know in the chat if you
can see me.
Chat if you see us and if you can see me and Brandon. I see us both, so I think we're good to go.
I don't. We'll figure it out. It's all right.
It's going. It's going.
Yeah.
So, okay, B, welcome. We had a pretty good weekend.
Yeah,
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
I hope everybody else had a good Labor Day weekend as well. You and I played a lot of golf.
3 days of it.
We played a Labor Day golf tournament.
Yeah, it was fun.
We did okay and enjoyed it.
It's a nice course. We're up in Estes Park. If you're familiar with Colorado.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful golf course.
The Stanley Hotel too will ring some bells for you.
Yeah, if you are a fan of The Shining.
Yeah.
But we are here and we are live and we are the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast and we are doing the off-season broadcast live stream tonight. And the off-season meaning what we call the other weekly sports, which is the PGA Tour, UFC, and NASCAR. No PGA Tour event happened last weekend, but we do have plenty to talk about coming up.
Yes, we do.
With the Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup teams are set. So we'll look at the rosters for both teams, and we have some observations, some discussion that we want to get to. Then we didn't have any UFC last weekend. I was a week ahead of myself when I was talking about the UFC fight night in Paris. So we'll talk about that shortly as well. Dana White does like to observe the holidays. So
good for him.
Yeah.
And they announced, I don't know if it was during the week or not, or after we filmed last week, he announced that he's going to do a UFC fight in the White House lawn.
Yeah, but did you hear what the conditions were that are they have to figure out?
Yeah, the ring is too heavy. The UFC octagon.
So the octagon cage and everything is too heavy to put on the lawn of the White House. So they have to figure that out because it's like they said like 20,000 pounds and it would just totally destroy the Rose Garden lawn or wherever they're going to do that. But if anybody's going to do it, Dana's going to do it. So
Dana will figure it out. Yep.
That would be very cool. So because we didn't have any PGA Tour or UFC, it's going to be a lot of NASCAR review to start off the show. But that's okay.
I know.
Right?
That is okay because we had a good week.
We had another really outstanding weekend in NASCAR. So Yeah, that was awesome. It was a fun race to watch. We did get to watch it
Yeah.
um, at the same time as
I was watching the Irish
our
and
Notre Dame Fighting Irish played
mind.
played average.
Oh, so average.
Yeah,
Um, defense, their defensive line is going to have to figure something out. I think they lost more of that game than the secondary did. I think the secondary looked all right, but that defensive line, and I haven't seen anyone really talk about it. The defensive line was just getting pushed around,
yeah, they
and
were. It was
it was
they
4 to 5
they
yards a
lost.
carry.
Yeah, I think they lost the battle on both lines of scrimmage. Their offensive line wasn't outstanding either, but it wasn't like CJ Carr was running for his life on every play.
No,
It just seems like they weren't prepared, and that may
no,
be a Marcus Freeman thing because I don't think the offensive coordinators and the defensive coordinators were prepared for the first half, and it showed.
no, they weren't. When you throw a screen pass on 2nd and 2 and don't give it to your Heisman front runner running back, something's up.
Yeah,
Figure
offensive
something out,
coordinator better
guys.
check his roster again and understand that he does have Jeremiah Love, who's probably one of the top 3 running backs in the country, and figure out that he needs to get more than 8 touches in a game.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
it's pretty bad.
I'm
Tough
sure
watch.
Brad and I will have plenty to talk about that tomorrow as we do the football show. But um, oh, hey, you want to briefly touch on your
Yeah,
fantasy football draft as we're talking
yeah.
football
So,
last night?
any football fans that are watching, I had my fantasy football draft last night, and I was just gonna go through it. If anyone has anything to say about it, I had the 102 pick, so I had the second pick in the draft, and which is obviously Bijan Robinson as the best running back in fantasy. And then I went. Who did I go after that? I went Drake London, which with Penix in should be a good pick, and he produced pretty well late in the season last year. Then I went Bucky Irving, Marvin Harrison to fill out my running backs. I got my quarterback is Kyler Murray. Um, hopefully that duo good, and I get points for both ends. And can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Things are popping up. Um, and then my tight end, Evan Ingram, sleeper tight end. I don't know if people are gonna. I don't know if that's well known or not, but he's gonna fit very well into that Sean Payton offense. And then my flex, I got Chuba Hubbard, who's gonna have a great year. Apparently, that offensive line there in Carolina improved. Uh, defense, I went with the Eagles, and then my kicker, Kyrie Fairbairn. And then my one sleeper of the draft, Ollie Gordon for Miami. Yeah, he
Nice.
I think this is his second year in the league, but that running back room has so many injuries and is very injury prone. So, and I had to pick up Tyler Algier to handcuff Bijan because who knows? Their offensive line is terrible. They're in Atlanta. Hopefully, good things happen and not bad things. And then RJ Harvey, too, from the Broncos, who will hopefully have a great year as well.
Nice. Yeah, we have a lot of Bronco fans who are listeners and followers. So, yeah, we see our good buddy Dane Craig, head coach of the Adams State women's softball team. Go Grizzlies. So, nice shout out to Dane and Adams State as they go through I think, their fall practices. Cool for him to join. Okay, so that was Brandon's fantasy draft for everybody that was wondering.
Yeah, it was fun.
Brandon does it.
Good
I
group of
don't do it. I
guys.
used to do it. I used to do it a lot, but I gave it up. I just it wore me out. So
Yeah, this
then
is
I got
our.
into kind of more sports betting, right? And then
Yeah, you did.
whatever. I do
Um,
the DFS in
yeah, you'll do.
pro football. So
But
I got
this
some
is the third year of our draft, and I finished first the first year and third last year. So hopefully, keeping that ball rolling
nice. All right,
with
good
some
luck.
success. Yeah,
Uh, You have a decent team. We'll keep up with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we review the one sport that we did well in
Yeah.
that was going on
NASCAR.
last weekend
So
in NASCAR? It was the Cookout Southern 500, um, Darlington
at
Raceway,
Darlington, yeah.
Darlington, South Carolina. Oh, thoughts on Brees Hall? What do you think about Brees Hall, Brandon? Real quick, Dane's asking.
Um, he's in a tough position there in New
But
York
they're
because
gonna.
Braylon Allen is their backup is also really good.
We're still talking
I
Jets, right?
yes,
They're going to run the ball more because of
yes,
Fields,
they
right?
will.
So,
Yes,
man, you could have some type of like pistol run and shoot read option things
but
going with Brees Hall.
I think Braylon Allen eats some of those carries. I think Justin Fields eats some of those carries as well.
That's true. That's true.
It's kind of tough. He's really. I love Brees Hall in the passing game. If you're a PPR, which I'm assuming most leagues are going to be a PPR, but he should get at least 3 to 4 catches a game for as a running back, as a fantasy running back. You love to see it. Just see how many
Yeah.
touches he gets. That's going to be the main
Yeah. In
thing
the
for
first
him.
couple weeks and then adjust. Okay. NASCAR. We're going to get into
NASCAR.
it because, again, there's a lot of green on the sheet. Cookout Southern 500 in Darlington. Um, so what we do is we do a car lift of the week, which is like a ladder play. We choose one driver that we think is going to be winner, top 3, top 5. And if win, we get the scoop. And who was our car lift last week, B?
Yeah. Chase Briscoe, who won.
Heck yeah.
So that means the scoop.
Yes, so Chase
That's
Briscoe,
2
the
weeks in a
19,
row, brother.
that's 2 weeks in a row.
Let's go.
Because we had Blaney last week, right?
Yeah.
And he won. Yeah, different type of wins though for these two
Yeah.
drivers, because Chase Briscoe led 309 of 370 laps. So he just basically got out in front, led the race, pitted at the right times, and just kept leading and leading and leading, and nobody caught him, which was, it was fun to watch because we had him. But
Yeah.
even like the races behind him were entertaining.
Yes.
Um, we'll talk about one of our guys here in a second, but there wasn't a lot of like craziness. Dudes didn't necessarily get NASCAR'd. The second place guy, Tyler Reddick, I had him on an each way outright bet. Have I explained that to you before?
Yes, you have.
Okay, yeah. So that's just like taking a guy to win, but if he finishes like in the top 4, you do get some portion of your wager
Yes.
back. Yeah. So I like each way bets on NASCAR because of that reason. And then, so yeah, way to go, Chase Briscoe, the 19 car. His car looked awesome. It had the American flag Bass Pro Shops sponsor, so nice. And then what do? We do the head-to-head
Head to head.
matchups.
Yeah.
Yeah, head-to-head matchups parlay. So we do 3 of them.
Yeah, and this was great for us. Our first one, we had Briscoe over Reddick, which 1 and 2.
1/2.
That's pretty funny. Danny Hamlin over Byron, which was 7/21, and Cindric over Bowman, which was 12/31. So
Yeah,
those are all green.
Bowman, his car was a mess.
Yes, it was.
It was an absolute mess. And he's a playoff driver. So he is sitting in the first 4 out of the playoffs. So it goes in 2 weeks. So we have 2 more races, and then it'll go from 16 to 12 in the NASCAR or the playoff challenge. And Bowman's sitting, I think he's not dead last because we got to talk about another guy. So yeah, those were good head-to-head matchup parlay. We did hit that finally. Got all 3, so we got that parlay, hit that all green. That puts us now at 22, 19, and 1 for our head-to-head picks when we started them, which is 53.6%. But we round up.
Yes, we do.
So our head-to-head matchups picks are running at about a 54% clip, which is nice. And we still have
That's
plenty of
nice.
weeks to go to keep hitting that one. Um, and then we get into a little bit of red area. The
A little bit of no
NASCAR,
bueno.
the race top finishers pick. So 3 different drivers, one guy to go top 3, one guy to go top 5, one guy to go top 10. Let's give those out.
Yeah, our top 3, Ryan Blaney finished 18th, so not really close. Top 5, Joey Logano, 20th, also not close at all. And then this one's bad. Top 10, Josh Berry finished 38th because of a wreck within the first lap.
The first lap, so I don't know what happened to his car or if he freaked a little bit, but he got loose. Something happened maybe with his car. I don't know. And it's the first lap of the race. So it had the green flag had just dropped. And he gets up into the side of Tyler Reddick, and Reddick did an outstanding job of getting out of that, not hitting the wall and continuing the race. Whereas Barry went, hit the wall, spun out. Something in his fuel pump or water pump or some type of pump kind of exploded. So they had to take him back to the garage and get that fixed. And the reason I care about Josh Berry at all is because I had him in the grid challenge to
Yeah.
move from the 16 to 12. So he's not out of it. He's not out of it. If you win one of the 3 races, if you're the outright winner, you automatically pass to the next round. So Briscoe's in to the 12. Everybody else
Yes.
is still playing for points. So Josh Berry, I mean, if he can win, which I don't think he's going to do, he's not good odds to win this week. But stranger things have happened. But say he gets into the top 5 or whatever and gets more points, there's still a path where he could get to the next round. But
Yeah.
don't put any money on that because I don't think Josh Berry's going to get to the next round. Yeah, so that's kind of where the challenge is. The guys SVG, so it's SVG the first 4 out. SVG, Bowman, Barry, and right now I think it's Chastain. So I'll have to get an update on that and put it in with our picks. So that's the recap of last week, all the action we had. So a little bit slower week as far as the 3 off-season sports, but we'll get right into it again this week with not the Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup's
No.
what? The
2
26th,
weeks.
27th, and 28th,
Oh,
I
3
believe.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. But we can talk about it, and we will talk about it here shortly. UFC will have a fight night next week, and NASCAR will keep going on with a race this weekend as well. So, as promised, Brandon and I are we're pretty into this. We're pretty
We are
into
very into this.
the Ryder Cup teams. We're very much anticipating watching the Ryder Cup. It's nice because it's Bethpage, which is in New York, 2 hours ahead of us. I don't know what the tee times are yet. I don't think I've seen anything, but with only 4 matches in the morning, 4 matches in the afternoon, that's meaning 8 golfers for each team.
Yeah. It's going to
Um,
be interesting.
yeah, it'll be plenty to watch. The time will work out. Have it on in the office, and we'll get to watch it. So, you want to go through? Let me show
You
do our let me
Yeah.
do our show production. Okay. I don't know. Let us know if you can hear us now.
Yeah. Or if you were able to hear us that whole time.
Yeah, or if you didn't hear us at all for our Ryder Cup explanation. But we just got to keep
Oh,
going.
she said we're back.
Oh, so maybe that didn't have any sound to it.
Huh. Interesting.
Ask her, text her, and ask her if she missed the entire Ryder Cup um, explanation.
She probably did.
Well, it should have recorded us, so I don't know. And
Okay. Well, it's all right.
okay, um, so I'm not sure. Madison, let us know. Um, let Brandon know by text what of the Ryder Cup team's explanation she heard. This is great radio. This is
I
great
know, right?
content. Yeah, this is outstanding content. Okay, whatever. So we are talking the Ryder Cup matches. Uh, the 12 players on the U.S. team are Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, Russell Henley, Justin Thomas, J.J. Spaun, Colin Morikawa, Harris English, Ben Griffin, Bryson DeChambeau, Cam Young, Patrick Cantlay, and Sam Burns. Now, on that slide that I put up, you could see what their world rankings were. The European team is McIlroy, Rory McIlroy, Fleetwood, Robert McIntyre, Justin Rose, Sepp Straka, Ludwig Oberg, Victor Hovland, Shane Lowry, Terrell Hatton, Matt Fitzpatrick, John Rahm, Rasmus Højgaard. And you can see those players' official world golf rankings. Now, DraftKings and most of the books have the U.S. as the favorite. They're about a minus 130 favorite, putting the Europeans at about a plus 140 underdog.
Yeah.
And I thought at first, I'm like, man, looking at some of the players on the Euro team, I'm like, we're going to get smoked. But then I started looking at a little bit
Yeah.
closer, and I'm like, oh, they're very top heavy. Their top four are pretty good. Maybe their top five, top six, but then it starts to drop off a little bit.
Yes, it does. But
Whereas the US team, their six doesn't really drop off that much.
no. Also, USA has a huge advantage being at home. A little tidbit is they changed the course. They're at Bethpage, changed it just a little bit to where dudes like Colin Morikawa are gonna thrive in this because the fairways are like a little tighter, and they put they expanded the rough just a little bit, and it's gonna be thick too. But for dudes like Colin Morikawa, who has great driving accuracy, that's going to help a lot. I know you're touting Morikawa a lot, but
No,
this course,
doubting.
yeah,
Yeah.
this course is going to fit him. So hopefully that's good.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look at my slides and see why the microphones cut out when I went to the slide. But that's a producer thing, and I'm not a producer, and I gotta figure this software out better when I do transitions like that. But so one of the things that Brandon touched on through this whole process, I haven't been high on some of the guys that, and one guy in particular, I'm 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 rooting for him. I'm a fan. I just am not sure he is. Well, there's two of them. He is, worthy of, with his recent play and his play this season, of being on the team. I think there could have been, another pick that
Yes.
he could have been subbed out for, and that player is Colin Morikawa. Now,
Yeah.
there's going to come guys at me and be like, "Well, he's still the best ball striker, and he greens and regulation. He's the best ball striker. He's so good." Blah blah blah. Dude hasn't won in 2 years. He's this year. I think he's since the Masters, which he was tied 14th. I think he's had four cuts, right, flat out cuts, and hasn't finished higher than maybe tied 15th in any tournament. with no wins. And he's going through it because he's on his 5th caddy. So then we need to address the putting, which Ryder Cup, I mean, we've watched it enough times. The Ryder Cup comes down to making huge clutch putts. And Morikawa there's 163 golfers that qualify for stats this year. He is 141st in strokes gained putting. Dude is a putting disaster.
I know. You say that, but as I've looked into this more, I think it's gonna fit him better, and there's gonna be more confidence.
I hope so. Like I said, I'm rooting for the guy. I want the USA team to win. I'll be rooting for every dude that goes out and plays, but I'm like, he's got to prove it.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I mean,
man. I maybe Keegan Bradley will pair him up against Rasmus Højgaard, and it'll just be, the battle of the bad players on each team. But, geez,
well, they made the Ryder Cup for a reason.
yeah.
Kind of be the angel on the shoulder as you're being the devil. He made the Ryder Cup for a reason. He's
Well,
a
part of the
tour
reason
pro
is
for a reason.
part of it. The reason he made the team is his name's Colin Morikawa. So, given that, we should talk a little bit about the format. So, and how this works. If anybody's never watched the Ryder Cup, then this is how it works. So the first day will start Friday, and Friday morning they'll do what's called best ball. So there will be 2 players from each team in a foursome, and whatever the low score for the 2 players. So say, for example, Scotty Scheffler plays with Sam Burns, and Scotty gets a 3 and Burns gets a 4. Well, their team score will be a 3.
Yes.
That's best ball.
Yes.
Then in the afternoon, they play alternate shot.
Yeah,
alternate shot foursomes. So with the same example, they're going to have one score where one player, Scotty, would tee off, Burns would hit the next shot, Scotty would hit the next shot, Burns would hit the next shot.
Yeah, so on and so forth.
So on and so forth. So they do that for 2 days. So they do that format both Friday and Saturday. And then on Sunday, they have what's called the single matches, which is one player from each team matched up in a head-to-head singles format. And you win the hole. You don't win necessarily. It's not the low score. So say on the first hole, Scotty gets a 3 and he's playing against Rory McIlroy and Rory gets a 4. He wins the hole. So then he's 1 up. Yes. He's 1 hole up. So you're going to see, when you watch this, you're going to see a lot of 1 up, 2 up, or 3 up, or all square. All square means you're tied.
Yes.
So this is all match play in a team format.
Yeah, that's when things get fun. You'll probably see a Rory versus Scotty. Hopefully you'll see a Rory versus Scotty, but those matchups are fun. Bryson DeChambeau is notorious for 2 years, especially 2 years ago, for just being in everyone's heads and having a blast with golf in the Ryder Cup.
Now, since he's such a YouTube influencer now, and you and I were talking about this, so let's talk a little bit about what are some of our thoughts. We thought Bryson DeChambeau has to go out first in the first match and just get the crowd going. And these New York crowd, or the New Yorkers and stuff, they're going to be hyped. So DeChambeau should go out, and we're trying to think kind of like who the best.
You want to know what I said?
List, yeah.
I said it should be DeChambeau and JT.
I love it. Yeah, because JT is kind of a fiery Ryder Cup player.
I think that would feed families.
Yes, that's good viewing right there. Yeah, I love that matchup. As we already talked about, Scheffler and Burns would be a great pairing because they're both University of Texas guys. They like each other. They're friends. Their play really mirrors each other.
Yes.
And then like a Russell Henley
I like
Harris
Ben
English,
Griffin.
Russell Henley, Ben Griffin would be a great pairing. I like that pairing. Cam Young, like Xander Schauffele or
Yeah.
JJ Spawn and Cam Young would be
I think
great.
you got to put Spawn and Morikawa because
Yeah,
Spawn
two
can
good
putt.
ball strikers, but
Yeah.
nobody's hitting it long on that, and this is a long course, so
I mean,
a lot to think about there.
JJ still can hit the ball,
Yeah.
but he can putt. That dude's putting is nuts, and you saw that in the U.S. Open. I
So
think
if we,
he'll help those putting woes that you think Morikawa is going to have.
yeah. Um, so DeChambeau and Justin Thomas is one pairing. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Scheffler, Burns, that would be two. Henley and Griffin, that'd be three. And then like a Cam Young, JJ Spawn, Xander Schauffele, Harris English. And then who? I mean, he's got a bench four. Who would you bench the first day?
Yes.
Probably Cantlay. Bench
Benching Cantlay. I'm
Schauffele probably. Maybe
Cantlay.
Morikawa or Harris English.
Yes.
So it's going to depend on who he matches up with JJ Spawn
Um,
as to who he benches. I don't see him benching Cam Young at all because he's playing so good right now, and he hits the ball a mile.
yeah. I think Xander needs to be in the alternate shot. Um, just so if he needs to be carried, he can be carried. Xander's not like how he was last year. His golf game is nowhere near as good as it was. So I think there needs to be someone there that can kind of pick him up if things
Yeah,
go astray.
I think maybe play Morikawa in the morning with the best ball, and then see
Yeah.
how he does. Because alternate shot, he's got to make putts.
Yes, he does.
So if he's playing great, then leave him out there. If not, then bench him. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's why.
I trust Keegan.
Yep, I totally trust Keegan. Matchups potentially for the Euros. McIlroy Lowry is like that's
Yeah, that's a lock
they're boys. Yeah,
for either one of
and
those. Yeah.
they've done it before together. So those two they may go out first. Against DeChambeau
Oh, I would put him
and
out
Justin
first.
Thomas. Maybe set the tone. And then Fleetwood would probably play with the likes of maybe a Justin Rose because they're such good
Yeah.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Justin Rose stick around for Tommy
Yes, I
the
did.
win?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
they're boys. They're boys. I could see a Fleetwood Rose pairing. I could see an Oberg with, like, say, maybe a Robert McIntyre.
Yeah.
Both just very high ability players.
Yeah.
And then like a Terrell Hatton, Matt Fitzpatrick, or no, Terrell Hatton, John Rahm, just fiery dudes.
That we were talking about that. Just vibes.
Yeah. You could almost see a Terrell Hatton, John Rahm out first against DeChambeau, Justin Thomas.
JT. Because Tyler Hatton's got some personality to him.
Yeah.
So does John Rahm.
He gets mad at everything, Terrell Hatton,
Yes, he
including
does.
himself.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
It's
Yeah. So that's how this goes. So in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, what are we at? 3 weeks from
3 weeks.
Saturday?
Yes.
3 weeks from Saturday?
Yeah. Or Friday.
You can tell we're super excited about it already. So, yeah, as it gets closer, and maybe one of us, me or Brandon or both of us, jump on the Thursday before the Ryder Cup if the pairings are announced, like the matches, and just kind of go through our thoughts on that. That's probably what we'll do. So stay tuned for that. If you're not sick of the Ryder Cup talk already, you're going to hear some more. So stay tuned for that. Let's talk about UFC Fight Night at the Accor Arena in Paris, France.
Yeah, another. We'll be able to catch this one. It's at 10 a.m. Not at 4 a.m. like it was in China.
Oh, yeah.
But should be a good fight.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit
A little bit.
last week because we thought it was last Saturday, and it's not. It's this Saturday. As usual, we'll get JT Springsteen's picks posted on the Instagram. Take a look at his, and it's in a 12 pick parlay, but those are all the money line winners, like he thinks for each fight. Take a look at that. See, do with it what you want. Going to be a good main event. Imabov against Boralo, number 2
Yes.
and number 7 in the middleweight division. So you'll see a lot of other Frenchmen like Benoit Saint Denis, since it's in France. So take a look at that as it comes
Should
up.
be fun.
And then Sunday. NASCAR going to be competing with the first Sunday of the NFL. I know. I will probably have it on my phone, just
And
with the
I'll have
sound off.
football on.
Yeah, football will be on the TV. Football is king in this country, but I'm not going to give up my NASCAR until November 2nd. I'm bought in. I'm all in. I'm invested in these guys.
I
So
love it.
yeah. But this week it is the Enjoy Illinois. Yeah, that look at the alliteration they did there.
Enjoy
Enjoy the
Illinois.
Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois. I suspect that's somewhere near Chicago, but somebody let us know where Madison, Illinois is.
Yeah.
And we do the car lift of the week, the head-to-head matchups of the week, and the NASCAR top finishers picks. So I love this car lift. I didn't even tell you about it, so this is the first Brandon's hearing of it.
Yes, it is. You got Tyler Reddick as your car lift.
Now read that sentence after it.
The little devil is whispering Reddick in his ear. He was second last week and has good history on this race. 8th on the odds boards, so very, very good on brand for us.
Yeah, I even said in the Discord chat to Cody Zeeb, I'm like, there's that little devil again whispering Reddick. And he's like, oh, he's not loud enough for me to take Reddick.
That's why.
So that's why it's so on brand. Nobody's buying into him. But okay, the dude, again, has done good at this race. He was second last week. I don't know if he was the champion last year, but I mean, he is coming on. He's a very talented driver. He drives for Michael Jordan's 2311 ownership group.
car.
There's a lot of controversy going on right now with their charter with NASCAR. I think Jordan got into Reddick's ear last week, and he's like, "Okay, let's show these," because you know how Jordan is.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he didn't get into Belichick's ear.
No, he didn't. But yeah, yeah. We'll talk. We're still talking Tyler Reddick because I'm still excited.
I know. Sorry.
So all that puts together Tyler Reddick as our car lift winner, top 3, top 5. We are getting tremendous odds. For him to win, I think was plus 1,200, so 12-1. So let's get that third car lift of the week in a row. Yeah, Tyler Reddick. By the way, he's the 45 car, and I think I looked it up. His paint scheme is awesome. It's like red and black Jordan logo.
Nice.
On his car. Yeah. I think him and Jordan are like, okay, let's show these people, these haters, what we can do.
I love it.
So I'm all over it. Now, that leads us right into the head-to-head matchups too. So go through those.
Yeah, our head-to-head matchups, Reddick over Larson, Logano over Bell, and Wallace over Cindric.
Yeah, these are
like the Wallace over Cindric.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yes. Bubba Wallace is driving very good. Cindric won here last year, but only because Ryan Blaney ran out of gas.
Yes.
He literally ran out of gas and didn't win. He was leading, ran out of gas. Cindric took the lead and won. Reddick over Larson. Kyle Larson, they call him Captain Shook in the Discord because he has been shook ever since he crashed out at both the Indy 500 and I think it was the Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah.
On the same day.
CTE.
Yeah, I don't know. He drives like he has it because
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He's not afraid to crash. He just is crashing. So Larson isn't the Kyle Larson that everybody
knows him for.
knows him to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Logano over Bell. Bell didn't race well last week, and Logano did. And Bell's not great, doesn't have a great history at this track, and Logano does. So that kind of led me to that one. And then again, Bubba is doing really good things. So let's get that head-to-head parlay and hit that again.
I like it.
That's plus 1164, so 11 to 1, almost 12 to 1 on that. And then the top finishers picks. Top 3, one guy. Top 5, one guy. Top 10, one guy. I love this.
Yeah, so our top 3, Denny Hamlin at plus 180. Top 5, Chase Briscoe at plus 130. And our top 10, Ty Gibbs at plus 150. I like Denny Hamlin.
I like Denny Hamlin too. Denny can win the race.
Yes.
He's one of the race favorites. Chase Briscoe won last week. Chase Briscoe is just a machine.
Yes.
No pun intended. He's got a great car. He's a great driver. He could win the race again as well. So either of these two guys to win, and then the other guy's top 3, whatever, then we get our pick. Ty Gibbs, he's a talented driver.
Yes.
He is. He can get a top 10. Just put it that way. And plus odds, so that's why I threw him in there. And then the NASCAR playoff grid, like we mentioned, continues this week. We don't go to 16 to 12 yet. They'll go from 16 to 12 after next week. Whew. Okay, that was a lot.
That was a lot.
We can tell I'm still super excited. Hopefully everybody can tell how much I'm into NASCAR now.
We can. Or at least I can.
Since the off-season podcast part of this started, I love it. I never knew it was so entertaining, but I'm all about it. I like the paint schemes. I like the sometimes I don't like it as a NASCAR better because it's difficult.
About to say.
Yeah, there's a lot of craziness that can happen.
We get NASCAR'd.
And my term, Brandon used my term. Yeah. We get NASCAR'd. So there we are. And this is the second episode of the live stream for the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast. We are still
figuring it out.
The bugs. Sorry, folks. I will figure out how to make my and Brandon's microphones, and soon to be mine and Brad's microphones, for the when we put a slide up that we continue to talk. I think what has to happen is we both stay on screen, and the slide has to be part of the screen as well. So I got to do better with that. I promise I will.
You're good, brother.
And if you're listening to us, stay tuned for tomorrow's podcast, because Brad Thurman and I will be doing week 1 of season 2 of the football aspect of the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast. And then we're going to do 2. We'll do another live stream tomorrow. So I have until tomorrow to figure some of this stuff
24
out.
24 hours, brother.
Yeah. So, well, thanks, B.
Thank you
for joining. You held it together again, like you usually do.
I try my best.
I have all these technical difficulties going on.
Yeah.
I appreciate Dane joining us. And Madison, your sister, my lovely daughter, helping us out, letting us know that we couldn't hear anything for so long. Hopefully that's not just a huge gap of no sound. Because I do download the audio, and I upload it to Spotify. So I'm going to have to go back and listen to it. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it before I upload it to Spotify. Maybe I can do a little fancy editing. So thanks again, everybody.
Music behind it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, maybe I can cut it and paste and whatever. Clip it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the industry term is, but I'll do some editing, possibly. But again, thanks again, everybody, for joining the stream and the podcast. And I'll be back tomorrow with Brad, and Brandon and I will be back next week. So good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck in
Hope you win.
fantasy friends and fans.
I hope you win all your fantasy football, Brandon. I hope you have a good week. Everybody, do good on your bets for football.
Can I say my team name on here, or is it my team name?
I do. I don't know.
Okay, I'll take that as a no.
It is directed at a certain North Carolina Tar Heels football coach.
It's pretty funny.
And
I came up with it myself, too. I'm taking full credit for it. I didn't even see it online or anything.
Maybe I'll post it on Instagram. It's probably more appropriate for Instagram.
It's pretty funny. It's good.
Because I don't think it's not vulgar or anything. It's just funny.
No, not at all.
Yeah. It just makes fun of a certain we can't make fun of the elderly, B.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Bill's got so much going on.
It's mostly his significant other too, though.
People making fun of him. Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, you can't.
So yeah, they've been hammering her on.
She was on the field during the game.
Social media.
What?
Yeah. Well,
no wonder they lost by how many points they lost.
She needed some money for the concession stand.
Can I have $5 for a hot dog?
Yeah.
Here you go, honey.
Yeah. Okay, now run along.
Run along.
Run along. Run along up to your place.
To your booth.
Yeah. Poor Bill.
Right.
Well, don't feel too bad for him. Okay.
No, don't.
So on that note, we are going to check out, and we will catch you. I'll catch you tomorrow. I will post the scheduled time. I don't know what it is yet, but yeah, we will do that.
Alrighty.
So okay, thanks, Brandon, for joining. And
yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
we'll see y'all next. I'll see y'all next week.
Brandon, you'll see Brandon next week. Talk to you soon, B.
Peace.